Once again, witnessing for peace.
Hi, it's wonderful that we have so much diversity here today. I want to say a little bit about peace from a Buddhist perspective. Buddhist practice involves finding inner peace, but that's only half the work. We must balance peace with insight and wisdom, clearly observing the suffering of the world, clearly observing the causes of suffering, wherever they are, including from our government. So we have to bring peace in and insight into the world through precepts, including not killing and not stealing and working against killing and thievery. Buddhist precepts also include telling the truth as we see it, unafraid. Our job now as an anti-war movement is to educate the American people to wider views of the truth, now hidden by the negligence and collaboration of the corporate mainstream media. But I want to say, again, like Dan Ellsberg preaching to the choir now, to speak to those who already are practicing peace and opposing this war, all of us here. Another Buddhist precept is not to hold on to anger. That means learning to use anger. Part of true inner peace is facing our anger. So I want to say, I'm outraged at the depraved policies of our current government. I'm still outraged that George W. Bush disenfranchised intentionally tens of thousands of Florida voters to steal the election in 2000. I'm outraged that Mr. Bush and his Enron buddies stole tens of billions of dollars from California. And now they're pushing for oil drilling up and down our coast, along with more environmental devastation all around the world. I'm not happy with massive tax cuts for extremely wealthy people and ridiculously inflated weapons budgets, while we have this deplorably inadequate health care and education and social care in this society. And I'm tired of our politicians representing only their corporate sponsors and not the people. I'm outraged for our government's aggressive unilateral foreign policy. Preemptive war, perpetual war doesn't help our national security, it endangers it. I'm outraged at war policy that seems designed to support only the interests of the oil and weapons industries, not the American people as a whole, and will destabilize the Middle East and bring more wider danger than war. So Buddhist practice has something to offer all of you who share some of these views. We must transform our anger. We must transform our outrage, then find our calm to respond appropriately. We must transform our anger to commitment, to seek and speak the truth. We must not succumb to hatred, which leads to feeling overwhelmed, burned out, helpless, and giving up. We must not succumb to fear, not be afraid of Osama bin Laden or John Ashcroft. We must commit ourselves to coming back to demonstrations like this again and again and again and again. And keep calling on our politicians and mass media until they start to hear us. The Buddhist scripture of loving kindness, the Metta Sutta, says, may all beings be happy. May they be joyous and live in safety. There can be no true peace and justice or happiness that is not shared by all people. Now I say, may all beings be happy. May all Americans be happy and live in safety. May all peoples of the Mideast, including all Iraqi civilians, live in peace and safety. And may George W. Bush very soon retire peacefully to his ranch in Texas like Lyndon Johnson before him.